In the 1980s, the People's Republic of China, which had just gone through the decade-long Cultural Revolution, ushered in reforms and started opening up to the outside world. At that time, NGOs played little role in poverty alleviation in China. The Amity Foundation, founded in April 1985, was therefore one of China's earliest NGOs.
爱德基金会呢，是中国一些基督徒所发起的，它是一个人民团体，是基督徒所发起，有不少非基督徒也一起参与在里边的。那么我们感觉到，基督教应该关心社会，要在社会上做这个跟人民的福利有关系的事情。
The Foreign Teachers Project was not only Amity's first project, but also an attempt for China's NGOs to introduce foreign experience in a way suitable to China's national conditions.
到了改革开放以前的，好像跟国际方面的，特别是跟教会没有什么来往。这样通过爱的，就是开始有这样的一个机会。
92年我开始参加那个爱德基金会老师的项目的时候，我们帮助老师将来的老师们能够提供他们的英语水平。
One can say that on the stage of Chinese society, Amity has established its own special role as an NGO with distinct Chinese characteristics.
25年来，从某种意义上说，爱德在中国社会事业的发展中起到了一个公益特区的作用，较之中国经济特区在改革开放中所发挥的作用，有异曲同工之妙。
The Foreign Teachers Project has become not only Amity's longest-running project, but also one of its best known. As Amity's work has expanded, it has developed more and more projects to bridge China and the rest of the world. Another of Amity's early projects in eastern China, the Home of Hope project, has been running for 13 years and has made a deep impact in the region. Because of an unprecedented flood in the summer of 1989, an unfortunate group of 648 children from 427 villages and 36 townships were infected with polio and paralysis of the lower limbs. Amity reached out a helping hand, secured funding from the government of Norway, and established the Polio Medical Rehabilitation Center, Amity's Pijo Home of Hope, which combines study assistance, rehabilitation, and daily living.
我在希望之家待了将近10年的时间，希望之家相当于我的第二个家，也是给了我第二次生命的地方。虽然现在已经毕业了，离开了那里，但是每当我们放假或者是训练回来的时候，我们都会去看看学校里的一草一木。
Now Gugai has won the championship in table tennis in the Beijing Paralympic Games. Standing on the podium, she has become the focus of much attention and pride among millions of Chinese people. Some of her classmates from the Home of Hope have gone on to college, and some of them have set up their own businesses. The Home of Hope helped them to achieve their distant dreams. And Amity's mission of helping people achieve their dreams goes on. Since 1995, Amity has provided help to nearly 2,000 polio-afflicted children and their families. Amity has offered services including medical rehabilitation, study assistance, and family subsidies. Additionally, Amity has carried out microfinance projects to help families with polio-stricken children increase their income so that they can pull themselves out of poverty. The 1993 board meeting made a strategic decision to give priority to projects in the western part of China, which marked a milestone in Amity's history. Amity's scope also expanded from education to such areas as medical and health programs, social welfare, blindness prevention and special education, integrated rural development, ecological protection, and gender equality development. Resulting projects such as community-based rehabilitation, the Amity Grandmas Project, Project Torch, the Back to School program, microfinance, village health workers training, and many others have been well received by the people Amity serves. Li Chunyen is a village health worker who received training from an Amity project. She lived in Moon Mountain in southeastern Guizhou province, a forgotten village hidden deep in a mountainous area. The village has a population of more than 3,000 Miao people. Because of the long distance to town and the city's hospitals, and also because of high medical costs, it used to be that many villagers only had traditional healers to turn to for help and would often die from their illnesses. 18-year-old Li Chunyen was determined to become a village health worker, and in 1995 she walked into an Amity health worker training class and began her 2-year study program. After graduation, Chunyen started a modest village clinic in her house. However, though the village now had a health clinic, the villagers were still too poor to afford the medicine. After the first 3 years, the only income Chunyen had to show for her efforts were 4 account books. Some of the debt in the account books was for medical fees, and some consisted of the costs for maintaining her clinic.
然后我没办法，我就在04年的时候吧，我和我丈夫，我们俩就商量要出去打工嘛。然后到那天晚上，他们才到我家来，有些拿着那个皱巴巴的零钱，有些拿着鸡蛋，有些拿着鸭蛋。我也看到这种情景，然后我觉得特别的激动，到最后就离不开我。
Li Chunyen was elected by China Central Television as the most inspiring person for China in 2005. She now continues to run the village station with her sister-in-law, who has also participated in Amity's health worker training classes. Since 1989, Amity has built 500 village health clinics in poverty-stricken areas, and it has also provided 4 mobile medical vehicles valued at more than 3 million yuan for the provinces of Gansu, Qinghai, and Tibet. Altogether, Amity has trained more than 17,000 village doctors and about 6,900 health workers in 9 provinces in western China, who have inherited the love of Amity and transmit it to the people who need it most. In addition to training village health workers and building village clinics, Amity also commits itself to exploring and protecting traditional cultures in remote rural areas, building biogas tanks and toilets, and carrying out appropriate technical training, ecologically sound integrated development projects, and especially water projects to help reforest cultivated land and control desertification. These ecological construction efforts have been well received by local people. Liudong Village in Lingyun County is a poor forgotten village in northwest Guangxi. Before 2003, the villagers were living in thatched houses and they had to carry drinking water by themselves or by horse. Sometimes they would spend the whole morning carrying water to their houses because it was 5 miles to the water source. Because the water was so precious, there was a saying among the villagers, "A basin of water is as precious as a pot of oil. You use it to wash vegetables and then your clothes, and then finally it is drunk by the cows." In order to improve the water shortage situation and villagers' living environment, Amity carried out water projects in Guangxi's Lingyun and Liyue counties. It helped local villagers build water tanks in their houses and encouraged them to participate in water management so that water could be saved for the drought seasons.
我们现在好了，得备水，得这个水自来水了，得用洗衣机好了，有自来水都洗了。上面那个再没得还是备水，到现在是备水。
Amity's Rural Integrated Development Projects opened a window allowing local villagers to see what it looks like in the outside world. Education and foster home projects also help children in poverty-stricken areas reach for their dreams. Remote mountain villages may seem beautiful and even romantic to outsiders, but life there is especially hard on children. They have to carry water and cut firewood even when they are very young. However, they have the same dreams as children living in China's cities. They are eager to have the opportunity to go to school and learn. Amity has reached out to them through the Back to School project, the Torch project, the School Rebuilding project, the Amity Library Project, and others. These projects have improved the education conditions in target areas and brought hope to the lives of children there. In 2003, Amity entered a new age of creativity. In rapid succession, Amity's Publicity and Resource Development Division, Research and Development Center, Social Service Center, and NGO Development Center were established. Amity expanded its work and project scope, which brought new vitality to the development of the foundation. The Amity Bakery is a social enterprise established by Amity's Social Service Center. It serves as a professional training base for mentally challenged students. In the bakery, these adult students work side by side with volunteers to make bread and cakes, which helps them regain confidence, happiness, and a sense of accomplishment, allowing them to find the value of life. In the summer of 2009, the mooncakes made by Amity Bakery were a hit and sold 6,000 boxes. The bakery's market sales have been expanded, providing more job opportunities for mentally challenged people and offering them a more meaningful and dignified life. As well as carrying out poverty alleviation projects, Amity also participates in relief and reconstruction work after natural disasters. For example, Amity quickly and effectively responded to the East China flood in 1991, the Yangtze River flood in 1998, the earthquakes in Wenchuan and Yushu in 2008 and 2010, and the 2010 landslides in Zhouqu in Gansu province. You can see Amity staff everywhere they are needed. In order to provide victims in disaster areas with relief goods at the earliest time possible, Amity staff worked day and night on research and on purchasing and distribution of relief goods. They brought them medicine, blankets, water, and food, and rushed to disaster areas in spite of bad weather and perilous mountain roads because they knew that they could bring hope and warmth to their brothers and sisters. As an NGO which has a religious background, Amity serves as a bridge between church and society, cooperating with local churches to start social service projects. By helping Chinese Christians participate in social development, Amity helps make the contributions of Chinese Christians to society more widely known. Over the past 25 years, the Amity Foundation has established friendly cooperation with about 300 organizations from more than 20 countries in North America, Europe, and Asia. Every year, Amity sends its staff to participate in various international activities. At the same time, it receives delegations, journalists, and other guests from all over the world to take part in project site visits. In the overall plan of China's public welfare causes, Amity pioneered a distinctly open and pluralistic role for itself, one which has not only absorbed foreign advanced concepts and project management methods, but also integrated huge public resources at home and abroad. Amity pulls together the power of volunteer efforts from at home and abroad, promoting a culture of public welfare and also facilitating frequent exchange and cooperation with overseas NGOs and churches, thus building bridges between China and other countries and people, between community needs and resources, and between society and churches. The Chinese name of Amity, Aide, means love and virtue, and can be interpreted as love helps people while virtue can nurture benevolence and justice. A team of people hold on to their faith and work tirelessly spreading love. 120,000 children have gone back to school. 10,000 orphans have found new homes. 23,000 village health workers have received technical training. More than 700 dilapidated schools have been renovated. 500 village health clinics have been built in Western China, and more than 10,000 physically challenged people have benefited from Amity's projects.